So wonderful, good morning to all of you and respected sir. Today's class conducted the presentation. So I am introduced my topics and my teammates. So first of all, my topic is Dr. Manmohan Singh. So Dr. Manmohan Singh, he is the greatest leader in our country. He is the former Prime Minister in 2004 to 2014. He is the 10-year completed. So I introduce my teammates. I am Rupam Kumari and second one is Sandeep Bhaiya, Gudiya Di, Swati Di and Sonu Bhaiya. So let me introduce my content parts. So my content is Introduction and Early Life Education. Second one is Political Career and Economic Policy and Social Work, so on. So my topic is Introduction of Manmohan Singh. He is the greatest leader in our country. He is the economics farmer. He is the GDP or growth in our India's. He is not a come in our political life. India GDP are not come because he is the president of 𝗵𝗵𝗴𝗵 times. He is the finance minister in 1991. He is the work of our economic growth in our India's, and he is the second one is the join the RBI governor to work. So he is the many sector are joining, but he is the political career starting in 2014 to 2004 to 2014. He is the working our economics. He is the work of education system to work the decrease our poverty system because India is a very big poverty. Many are jobless person to educated, but he is not a job. But he are promoting the job, offer the peoples, he does motivate the peoples. He is not a good speaker. He is not a good speech in the person, in the environment. Media say that he is not a good, not a suggestion, is a good choice. He is a confusion person, but he is not a our demotivate person. He is our self-confidence because student is also focused in self-confidence. So he is a self-confidence to work our life. He is a political and economist. He is an educated person. He is a big educated person to join our political career to change our GDP. Because GDP are very good, India are development country. GDP are bad, so he is not a development country. So second one is early life. His early life is a very critical because India is the petition side, British rule. In 1932 times, he is born in 26 September. He is a girl. He is the president of the Pakistan because Pakistan and India is the both our country. But he is after petition in 1949 he is divided to two country in Pakistan and India. So he is the Punjab girl in Pakistan. So he is the petition time. He come in India is the join of Hindu college and complete your education. Is only focus of economics. Is not yes he are educated person. All work all subjects are good. He is the topper of our schools. Second one is the economic affair officer in 1957 to 1965. He is the work of economics affair officers. He is the good works. And second one the UNCTAD, full form of United Nations Central Trade and Development. To development because he is the focus only development in our society, in our country. Is the foreign country, foreign companies. Is not an Indian company. Is the foreign companies. And is the Lalit Narayan Mishra. His the contribution of Lalit Narayan Mishra is a very big role because Lalit Narayan Mishra is the first CM of our Bihar, and the contribution to our Indian political to Manmohan Singh to go in Congress party. He is a Congress leader. He is not a BJP party. He is a Congress leader, and Congress leader is a very ancient times. Jawaharlal Nehru is the first leader of Congress party, and Indira Gandhi is the first woman to Congress party, and the very educated person leader in the Congress party. So Lalit Narayan Mishra, he is the finance minister to encourage yourself, encourage your subject to focus your economics. And second is the education system. So he is the education to Oxford University. He is the famous university in the world. He's a very big, he's a topper in Oxford University to complete your Oxford University in 1962 to economics, PhD in economics. Is the name of Dr. Manmohan Singh. It not only say that Manmohan Singh, he is the Dr. Manmohan Singh. To respect your leaders, to not disrespect your leaders, because politicals are in the country to your change your decision to development your country. Not a politician is present, not development your country. So he is a very contribution in our life in 10 years. In second time is the Prime Minister to re-elected person, in a member of Rajya Sabha, and he is the second. So Jawaharlal Nehru is the first person to re-elected person, and second one is a Dr. Manmohan Singh in Rajya Sabha House, not a say that Lok Sabha House. So he is the Cambridge University in 1955 to 1957 to complete your degree in come at India's, and he is joining the many sectors to finance minister to P.V. Narasimha appointed, and he is the not a prime minister to, he is the present prime minister. In after prime minister is the 𝗗𝗵𝗵𝗵𝗃 𝗵𝗵 in 1998 to 2004, and he is the come of 2004 to 2014. So my next content is completing my next teammate.
Firstly, my content is political career of Dr. Manmohan Singh. Dr. Manmohan Singh worked as the professor of international trade. He worked from very high. International trade is very dangerous situation in international trade. Dr. Manmohan Singh is economics advisor Ministry of Finance since in 1969 to 1971. In 1972, he was advisor minister. He was advisor minister from chief advisor minister is since 1972, and second is secretary of chief minister from 1976, and from 1980 to 1982 he is planning commission of work of India. He is governor of Reserve Bank of India from 1980 to 1985. Deputy Chairman Planning Commission from 1985 to 1987. Dr. Manmohan Singh is advisor minister of India from 1991 to 1996. Dr. Manmohan Singh is leader of opposition in Rajya Sabha in 1998 to 2004. He is upper member of in upper house in Parliament since 1991. Dr. Manmohan Singh is face very difficult situation in your life, like he is infected by diabetes. Dr. Manmohan Singh is our contribution in our country, like women employment and education system development and decrease the poverty, and he is first prime minister of Sikh. Dr. Manmohan Singh is member of upper house of Parliament since 1991. He is leader of Congress party. So my content is completed. So my next team member is come to Andaz.
Actually, my content is economic policy. Economic policy started in 1991. That time Indian economy is very miserable situation. That time PM of 𝗵𝗵𝗴𝗵 Narasimha, but he was not able to that situations. That time Singh was a finance minister of India. 𝗵𝗵 Narasimha is 𝗵𝗵 Narasimha Rao was handled of these situations of Singh, and since is ready that situations are control ready. Indian economy is gases of that times of very low, and India has some remembered gold, but Singh was this gold as goes to England and converted to money, England this gold is value of 300 crores dollars, but one condition connected this conditions. Singh was this. But one condition is connected this suggestion. Our company goes to your country and start to business. This business name is changed of Singh is LPG. LPG full form liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Globalization means other companies comes to our country and developed our business and developed our business. This name is globalization, and our workers involve this business in self skills developed, self skill developed, and our company starts. This name is privatization. And that times is any GST lagu in government in destroyed this name is liberalization. And that times LPG starts 1991, but that times in GDP is very low. That times is PM of Singh's that times GDP is very low. 1991 is graph 1.06%, and slowly that times 𝗵𝗵 Narasimha Rao PM. That times Singh's PM is slowly GDP is growth and 7.92%, and very affected is corona time. Corona time is GDP is graph is very down, and this time is minus 5.78% GDP graph, and current time is Narendra Modi ji times GDP graph is slowly growth, and present time is GDP graph is 7.2%, and that contains my completed next 10 minutes is come.
So my content is social work of Dr. Manmohan Singh. At the time of government of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh works from as a Prime Minister from 2004 to 2014, and the social work as a social work how to develop in the for the citizens, and the first content is social welfare. There are so many initiatives by the Dr. Manmohan Singh. First initiative under social welfare is National Rural Health Action. In this act is implemented on 2005, and this act Main purpose of this act is how to develop for the work for the citizens to develop in the rural area. Many poverties are get poor. How to change the action of the poverty lines. Second one is Manrega. Mahatma Gandhi Education Guaranteed Act. This act was implemented in 2006. And in this act, Dr. Manmohan Singh works hardly on this act. Firstly, livelihood security purpose, and second one is to change the poverty lines. Many of the in the society, many get below the poor lines. How to change in this act. And third one is RTI. RTI means right to information. In this act, this was implemented in 2005. And in this act, in this act, Dr. Manmohan Singh always try to transparency between the citizens and government. And transparency means what? Transparency means nothing to hide any from the citizens. And second one is women's empowerment. In women's empowerment, firstly work for Rashtra Madhyamik Shiksha Abhiyan. In this act was implemented in 2009, and in this act main reason for this act is to how to get secondary education, how to develop the education for the rural area. And the third part of the other part of the social work is other initiative. In this initiative, there are many initiatives by the Dr. Manmohan Singh, and in these initiatives RTE, Right to Education Act. This was implemented in 2009. In this act, many of the students in the citizens in our societies are not well educated. So that this implementation of this right to education in 2009 is for any of the children from 6 to 14 years, they get well educated. And by the overall view, the social work is how to development, how to get infrastructures, work on it. And the next content is foreign policy. Foreign policy. Why foreign policy is necessary at the time of Dr. Manmohan Singh? When the Dr. Manmohan Singh as a Prime Minister 2004 to 2018, 2004 to 2014, first India and US nuclear deal. In this deal, one of the greatest achievements of the Dr. Manmohan Singh, India-US nuclear deal. This deal is done. In this nuclear deal was implemented. Firstly, Dr. Manmohan Singh visit in 2005 for the nuclear deal, and again the US government revisit India in 2008 for the complete agreement for this nuclear deal. And the second part of BRICS summit. This BRICS summit, that means BRICS summit, there are 5 countries in this summit. Firstly, one is Brazil, second one is Russia, third one is India, and for China, and as for South Africa, there are 5 countries. What are the reasons of this BRICS summit? In this planning for the foreign policy, there are 5 countries come together in India, and they are planning to how to develop, how to reduce the global issue, and how to coordinate to each other, so that for the international relationship for India and other countries, how to coordinate to itself. And another one is for Afghanistan policy. In Afghanistan policy, one of the largest donor by the government of India, Dr. Manmohan Singh, to add for the schooling, more schools in Afghanistan, for the infrastructures, for the defense, how to tackle these things. So at that time, Afghanistan presidents come in India 2005, and meeting with Dr. Manmohan Singh, and one of the best thing part of this meeting to India convey to support providing to the Afghanistan for schooling, for proper health clinics and infrastructure and policy. Overall, my complete for this foreign policy, and now I am called to 𝗗𝗿 for next.
My content is challenge and controversy. 25 September 230 becomes Dr. Manmohan Singh so Prime Minister, US leader Dr. Manmohan. US leader Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Next slide. At least speak some lines. Okay, next. It's over. Conclusion. Yes, who is going to conclude? Yes, come. It's okay. It happens. Conclude the session.
So I conclude that this session. So first of all, overall content are completed to this topic. So first of all, Dr. Manmohan Singh. You don't know what is who was the Dr. Manmohan Singh. So my teammate and I explain who was the Dr. Manmohan Singh. What are contribution to Dr. Manmohan Singh, the Prime Minister in our country, he the former Prime Minister, and he the poverty decreasing, he the economics person, he the politician person, he the educated persons. Many degree are encouraged to our motivate us to motivate the students in Dr. Manmohan Singh, because Dr. Manmohan Singh is not completed education in our country, it go in other country also. The famous university like Oxford University, like Cambridge, UK located. So he is educated, he focus only economics, and he is also focused in political career to economic systems to growth our GDP, not to study in economics and not work, but is a study and it works, because the father of economic changes, because he is not come in finance minister, he is not economics are changes. So he is come and it changes economics, and he is the empowerment of our humans, because humans are increasing educated to India are also development, because human is very powerful persons, and is many leaders are comes, but is not focus to human rights, to humans act. So RTI sections, right to information, work at infrastructure of highway. So many sectors are famous works. So he is not a prime minister, it is best leader, best person in our life.
Okay, show me the first slide. First, I would like to correct you. Lalit Mishra was not first CM of this state.
Sir, I wrong.
So who was Lalit Mishra?
Sir, Lalit Mishra is the advisor of minister.
Yes, who was Lalit Mishra?
Lalit Mishra was railway minister in the era.
Correct. And he was one who brought Manmohan Singh into the politics.
Yes, sir.
Jagannath Mishra is the brother of Lalit Mishra. He was the CM.
He was one of the. He was the CM of this state. But first CM of this state was your 𝗘𝗴𝗵𝗵. Fine.
Okay, sir.
So your information should be also correct.
Okay, sir.
So you tell me, you describe this history will be kinder to me than the media. What is the meaning of this one?
Sir, he is a kind.
There is a deep meaning inside it.
Yes, sir.
It brings the politics also. History will be kinder to me than the than the media. What is the meaning of this statement?
Because media to focus in political, what is the work? So Manmohan Singh is the time of Prime Minister. So media are acted to speak. He is not a good Prime Minister, not a suggestion, to not a work. He is a confusion person. So he is the meaning. He is a different meaning. Because history will be kinder to me than the media. So history is the itihas. Means itihas will be but the future.
What is the Itihas of Sikh?
Sir Dayalu. Sir Dayalu, who the kind of
What kind of atrocity have been faced by the Sikh? Can you tell me at the time of independence or after 1984 riots? That was the connection with this line.
1940.
Sikh was minority in this country, and he was one of the first person who represent as a PM post from the Sikh community. So media is not helping. Media was not in a position to help him, but it was only the history who gave him a opportunity to become the Prime Minister of this country. He was not active politician also. He was not active politician. Although he was not active politician, but he became the Prime Minister of this country because of this quotation. Because history will be kinder to me than the media. Yes, Kisle, over to you. Yes, over to you.
Yes. Which economic reform do you like most from the Finance Minister as a PM of the country, Manmohan Singh?
Which economics?
Reform.
Any reforms.
Any
economic reforms.
He is the finance minister times. He is the reform our economic to our is the GDP rate to 8%. To because is the GDP as not good is a not a minus, but is a very decreasing. But it come to finance minister to history are come to GDP are growth in 80%.
He managed to improve our GDP.
To because he is the study of economics. To he is the work of economics. Your childhood studies is a many big college to study economics. So he changed the economic system.
Fine, very good. Yes, next person. Next in chronology. Yes, over to you, Kisle. Very simple question.
As a planning commission, can you suggest some initiative of PM Manmohan Singh?
Again, repeat question.
Some initiative of PM Manmohan Singh.
So he was a member of planning commission.
Firstly, in 1982, in planning of commission of.
So in planning commission, what kind of initiative had he brought in the planning commission? Since he was a member of planning commission also, no? You have written in your page.
Deputy chairman planning commission is very
Okay, fine. Next person.
in 1985 to 1987 deputy
Deputy
chairman
of
planning commission.
Okay, fine. Very good. Next student. You show me your slides. Yes, you told us about the LPG, liberalization, privatization, and globalization. Can you relate liberalization with capitalism? Is there any correlation between your liberalization and capitalism? Capitalism means free market.
Firstly, to any person this time not pressure of any GST and liberalization involves and.
Okay, fine. Next student. Over to you, Alok.
Despite Sonia Gandhi and Pranab Mukherjee, how Manmohan Singh nominated as the PM of our country in 2005? can you suggest what was the consequences behind that?
Repeat the question.
Despite Sonia Gandhi as a big face of in Congress and 𝗏𝗏 Mukherjee as a biggest leader at that time, how PM Manmohan Singh become a prime minister, elected as a prime minister from Congress working committee? Can you suggest why he become prime minister?
Why he became the prime minister of this country? He was not active politician.
Firstly, at that time, Dr. Manmohan Singh in 1991 finance minister at that time. Sonia Gandhi as a at that time prime minister of India, but Sonia Gandhi not as a prime minister of India. But when the election is held in 2004, Sonia Gandhi is in a national Congress party wins, and she knows about the Dr. Manmohan Singh how to regulate the country, and he works so many things just beside the 1991, and he knows the how to control the situations of the country and how to resolve it.
Okay, fine. Gudiya, come. So Gudiya, तुमने क्या सीखा? Presentations. I am speaking in Hindi. So तुमने क्या सीखा इस presentations? हिंदी में बोलो.
Dr. Manmohan Singh becomes prime minister, that on the leader.
बहुत अच्छा, very good. Yes, team captain. Any message to the crowd?
So, I am message to the teammates, because without teammates you could not present the presentation, because team coordination is very important, and he is work to very hard, and he speaks to come the contributions, and you not speaks, so I am not complete here my work. So I am second time captaincy to lead this presentations. So my experience is very good, because past presentations he is a good, but he is a better, because he is a different topics, because he is the officer and he is the leaderships. So what is the role of politician in our country to change development? Without politicians, India are not completing. All country are not completing without politicians, because politicians to handle our country to economics, so growth our development our country. So he is a motivate. You motivate. Self-confidence is very important. You come to the stage, you are self-confidence. Crowd are pulling. Not pulling is not your fact, but you are confidence yourself to speak. Why are you words? So
Okay, clap.